Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Glow Again podcast. Today is a very special episode. And as you saw by the title, we're talking about what it means to be a high quality person, living a high quality life. And I want to preface this a little bit because we're going to go more into this. But here's how this all started. I was looking at my life, and although I'm somebody who does make an effort to live a good feeling life and to, take care of myself and all the things, I did realize that there are still some things where I am moving in this low quality way. And when I'm saying quality, I'm talking about how much depth and juice you can extract from a thing. So the quality of it. So this isn't about just, quality of the shirts you're wearing. It's more how high quality of a friend are you? How high quality of thoughts are you having? Where are you extracting the juice out of life? And basically saying no to this surface level dopamine chasing fast paced world that we live in, because it's so easy to get sucked into that. And I realized that I was getting sucked into that. And although you get those quick dopamine hits in that moment, we all know that we're chasing something different. We all know that our souls are truly wanting depth and quality, and we itch to slow down again and to look at the life in front of us and to find acceptance where we're at, to pull out the beauty in what is right in front of you, to pull out the magic in the mundane. And so today we're going to talk more about this. I wanted to give a quick preface of what I meant by quality. And so today, to really help this conversation be solidified and to give you the best nuggets of wisdom, I brought on my friend Fran, who is one of the highest quality people I know. She loves so hard in her relationships, in her work, in even just as simple as the things she says, the way she talks. And she's somebody that I have been embodying whenever I want to embody the higher quality version of myself. And honestly, you guys are going to love this conversation. We really got into what it means for her to be a high quality person and how to begin living that way, no matter where you're starting. And also, we just talked about some other beautiful things that really took me by surprise, but are also helpful to this topic. So, without further ado, Francesca Namala. Welcome to the podcast, Fran. I'm so happy you're here. Honestly, I was thinking about it the day we first met. We talked about this. Do you remember? I met you at, was it the party that I met you at? It was a party, and Bree brought me, and then I met you there, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, that wasn't when I met you, but that was when we became friends, I feel like, because we did meet in school. But
Yes. Because I met you before then, but yeah, that's when we really got to talk.
Yeah, and I just remember we had that one conversation. We were like, we need to collab. I was like, I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but this needs to be.
God, that is so wow. Yeah, I do.
And now, 2 years later,
that's
actually
crazy.
probably a year and a half or something. I don't know when that was.
I don't know, bro. Time goes by I do not understand the time.
Time isn't even real. Well, at that time we didn't know what we wanted to talk about, and we decided we just whenever we're together, we have such just potent conversations, and it just made sense. I'm we have to get on. Also, anybody who's watching, the dog's popping in the camera. I'm house sitting, so it's just gonna happen. But I knew I wanted to just be in this space to have these deep conversations with you, and I wasn't sure what topic. But then when I've been pondering with this concept of a high quality life, for myself, and just what that means for me, I've kind of been trying to make that a direction for me. Like that's been like a guidepost for me. And then because I've been playing around with that, I then was thinking, who is kind of my like who would I embody when I'm like embodying a high quality life? And you so quickly come to mind for that because and when I say high quality, I mean like not in the sense of, you know, designer stuff, like not high quality, just money situation or like overworking yourself, like that kind of quality. I'm talking about how much juice you can extract from the life you actually have and how much depth you're able to curate from what is already in front of us. And I feel like that's what a lot of people really desire right now. Like that is our call, but we don't realize that that's what we're craving. And we think that this craving of like, I'm wanting depth, and I think it's going to come from getting more things or, you know, and this isn't even just about things. Like it's not about like the quantity of, you know, clothing or anything. It's just like always searching for the next thing, always looking for that next hit of dopamine, always looking for a different song to play because one song isn't hitting. Like it's that like constant, you know, looking for the next thing. But I feel like a quality life is really just finding the magic that is already right in front of you. And so when I think of you, I see that in so many ways. The way you are with your friends and the projects that you do, like everything you do, the way you speak, like the way you speak is like so intentional too, even though you might not be like consciously thinking that, but like you are so present with people, you know, and I'm just in awe of you. And I love you so much. And you've been, honestly, I embody you. Like you're like one of my, like, what's my alter ego today? Like I need to just embody Fran. um, but yeah, so I want to dive into this concept a little bit more with you and also kind of see how you've curated that and like just what you think of it, maybe some tips and stuff that you have. But so I'll start with this. What like would you add anything to that definition, or like what does high quality mean to you? Like when I say that and you reflect on your own life, is something else come up for you for that? Or
Yes.
okay.
Yes, they did. I had to jot down some things. Like for me, what I used to be, and I still struggle with perfectionism. And I think what really has helped me is learning how to accept what is good enough. And I think that has helped me really focus on building a good quality life or seeking quality over quantity, because I just want something that will last in everything, down to like my friendships to the furniture I'm getting for my fucking room that I am now having to refurnish. And it's just like I can spend hours on Facebook Marketplace looking for furniture for my room, and I'll finding the fucking best one that will look the best. But then I'm just literally looking for hours and I never end up actually getting anything. Or I can just see the one that looks good enough, it'll do. It's good quality, it won't come apart in a couple years, and pick it up and make do with it. And then once I put it in my room and after a couple of days looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is beautiful. I love it. And I think I've kind of learned that like there are so many different ways to be happy. Like there are so many different ways to be happy, to enjoy life and to just like thrive. And when you accept good enough, then it's like I feel like there's so many opportunities to thrive, because you're not spending that time searching for that opportunity. You're just letting whatever opportunity comes be the one to let you thrive. And so I think that's really helped me, is like realizing like I can just do the path of least resistance, and it will like whatever feels right, whatever feels good enough is going to be good enough to make me thrive or to help me. And I feel like that has really helped me embody a quality life.
Yeah.
And I've worked so hard with being intentional. Like I don't really have more to add to that definition. I just would say that like I mean it's really awesome that you see that in me. I feel like I try really hard to be intentional, but like I do. I do. I try so hard because sometimes I am not very intentional.
Yeah.
And so like it's a daily practice
Oh,
to
100%. And that's a good thing to like kind of mention here is like, yeah, we're all fucking human and we're all like,
oh my
we
god,
don't
yeah.
always find the quality in everything. But I think as like a dominant energy, that is like an intention for you, or maybe just something that you have gotten in a habit of. And like from an outsider's perspective, I can see it too, more than you might be able to see it from like inside your own head too, you know? But I want to go back to that definition because I feel like that's already like so perfect in what I mean by this, where you're like, it's not that the quality of the couch was like, it didn't need to be like 100% cotton or whatever is good couch
Yeah.
quality. I don't know. But you are the one who gets to decide what it means to you. Like,
Yeah.
we are the creators of our reality.
Mhm.
And we get to create meaning. Like, there is no meaning outside of our own consciousness and like what we decide it means. And I think you are able to find good enough and actually let that mean something for you to be able to like let yourself thrive then, by giving it that definition. Like, you came to that internal conclusion of this is good enough. You created that mental paradigm, and that allowed quality to emerge from this couch that might not be good quality.
That is awesome. I love that. No, that's so true because I think that's how I like perceive vacations now. Because like I feel like I can really make an amazing staycation at my house. Like I could be literally at my house, even like literally eating the same normal foods I eat and make it feel like a vacation just by doing a little less, like going to the beach a little bit more and like I don't know, like going out and like dancing and stuff. And like for me, like that would bring me the same amount of like joy as like literally going to Mexico for like a weekend. And I
Yeah.
think it's because like you with your mind, right? Like I can just mentally put myself in, I'm on vacation and have a whole fucking vacation at my house, like literally in my same damn room.
Yeah. That is so beautiful. That's so true. We really are just like creating the experience we have. Mentioning like all the small things that you can do. I feel like that is kind of a good like practical way to look at this of like creating a quality life, because that's kind of a vague term, a vague like understanding.
Mhm.
And it really is about slowing down and being intentional with yourself, you know? So I feel like those were good examples of that too. Just like, it's almost, you know, the new, like, it's not a new term, but everybody's using it, like whimsy, like creating whimsy in your life. You're being intentional with very general things, very mundane things in your life. You're, instead of just cooking breakfast, you're lighting a candle and you're putting your music on and you're like extracting this creation out of just what would have been breakfast. And then all of a sudden there's quality in it and it like is an actual experience to you. Like, we have that ability to turn mundane into freaking magic.
Yeah.
And then you get that same experience as going on a vacation. Like you were
Yeah.
saying, like you get to feel the like deepest joy wherever you are. You know, you don't have to have
You don't need anything. You
don't,
literally
yeah,
don't need anything. Because
because
that
it's all
reminds me,
internal.
yeah, that reminded me of like the other day when I felt the most like magical fucking joy, peace, ball of serenity. And it was after a meditation where I literally went to a class where I laid down, literally with a block in between my shoulders and my hands up over my head. And she did do this acupuncture thing as well, like in your ears. But it was really the act of like, I just laid down for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And after that 1 hour, when I like meditation ended, I felt like one of the craziest, like, it was one of the most like meaningful highs of my life. Like it felt like after you smoked a joint and you were like a really, really good high, like a nice body high, a nice mental peace, and like there's no anxiety at all. And it was just like the fucking one of the best feelings I've ever had. And I was laying down on a mat for an hour. And that's literally what I did, just laying down on a fucking hardwood floor with a mat.
And honestly, that this might be like a little bit of a different topic, but totally ties in, is like that's inherent to who we are. Like that
Yeah.
feeling of well-being is our natural state.
Yeah.
And when you get in a space where you let go of all those other thoughts, you're actually just feeling what you truly are. Like
Yeah.
everything that feels bad is just blockage. Like it's not an actual like entity. It's like a blockage of your natural flow. You know, so when you're in that space where you like clear your mind and you're just like, you're not searching for that dopamine, like this, okay, this does tie in because it's like, you're not searching for that next thing. You're actually settling into the moment. You're finding the quality in that moment. You're able to feel everything that you have within you.
No, that's so true. It's all about, I think, just like, for me, I think it really helps to just try to be a little less human. And it works. Because I
Please
feel like
expand. Love.
when like my grounding elements, I guess, are nature. Like I feel very connected to nature, and I feel like the trees have really helped me understand what it means to just be, because they are just so authentically, unapologetically themselves. And like you don't see a single tree that looks like they're apologizing for their existence in any way, or that even seems like negatively bothered, or not negatively bothered. I don't know the word. I can't think of a good word, but like doesn't that they don't really, they seem kind of like they embrace every circumstances they're in. So like even when you see a tree that's like a little brown, right? Because maybe it wasn't watered as much as it should be, or maybe it's like a fucking really cold winter or something. Like that tree doesn't necessarily look like it's like, damn, like I'm a fucking piece of shit, bro. Like I just together, like, like that tree's like, like I'm probably like a little cold, can't wait for summer so that my leaves can immerse again. Or it's like, oh well, I'm a little thirsty, I hope that some rain comes and pours down, right? Like it's just like accepting the circumstances as they are and making do with what they can. And it's like when we are in circumstances that may be unfavorable for us, or when I'm in circumstances that are stressful for me or make me sad or mad, it's so easy for me to beat myself up and be like, damn, like why am I not thriving right now? Why am I not a ball of joy? Like I'm a ball of joy. And it's like, girl, there's circumstances, you're going through them, and it's not all rainbows and sunshines, and that's okay. Like, and I feel like being around nature has helped me realize that like I'm allowed to just be, like I'm allowed to be in pain and be sad and be like confused, and that's fucking okay. And beating myself up for feeling these emotions that may be less than desirable does not is not the way to go.
Yeah.
um and I feel like being around nature has really helped me understand that like existing means embracing all aspects of life, even the parts that are not like necessarily desirable, but are equally as meaningful.
Yeah. Oh, that was so beautiful. And I love talking to you about the trees before. Like your perspective on that is so beautiful. And I think that feeling all of those deep emotions adds to the quality of this experience too. And it is that acceptance of feeling them that like also help you access quality in life. So I feel like I don't want to confuse anybody of saying like high quality means just like everything's like super in your euphoric state. Like I think that follows a lot of the times and you're able to access it more. But quality also is like you're fully feeling you're human. You're letting every experience be as juicy as it's supposed to be. Like you're letting the depth in, and that also allows you to experience such deeper joy, but if you're always trying to block that negative feeling and you're chasing like the dopamine to like block it and not even feel it, then you're also limiting your ability to feel the beautiful parts of life. Like you're not creating an environment in your body to be able to feel all of those things, to feel the whole spectrum, because otherwise it's just like surface level all the way around.
I know exactly what you mean, because that's basically been this year for me. Like I feel like this year was one of the hardest years I've been through in a long time. And now coming out the other side, I'm realizing like, oh my God, like, yeah, it was really hard and challenging and there was a lot of like lows, but like, I'm so grateful for every moment of this year and I learned so fucking much. And like, now I'm just so incredibly grateful for so many little things that I didn't realize that were such a privilege to have a year ago today, you know, like just being able to feel like myself is such a privilege. Being able to like move my body is such a privilege. And it just, I feel like I've found this new sense of gratitude that I didn't have before or that I lost for a minute. And I have like, now I feel like looking back at this year now, I'm just like, that was an amazing experience, even though it was a really hard one. It was a very like transformative one.
Oh my gosh. Like you really get to feel the depths, and that allows you to feel all the emotions. That's
Like
beautiful.
for real.
Okay, we did talk a little bit about like how, things do come up for you where you're not always feeling this like high quality space. And I think that to allow your own life to become this way, you really have to focus on your life and not compare either. How do you feel like you've been able to navigate like the comparison game with others? Because that I feel like is one of the hardest parts. It's like you can really dive into your life, but you have to let go of like what everybody else is doing.
Oh, for sure. That's a great question because yeah, the fact that was actually yeah, that's like such a good question. I feel like personally, I fucking hate social media. I fucking hate social media. I would say stay off your phone as much as humanly possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is something that I've noticed. Like this week, I've been feeling so good this month. Like this month has been feeling so good, and I've noticed that like, oh, I've really been off my phone. Like I have not been on Instagram like at all. And I was like, that's not a coincidence. They're definitely correlated. Like I think that staying on social media is so beneficial for me at least because it's like even I've in my someone told me this and I just feel like it resonates so well with me. In my opinion, my social media is my subconscious. And so everything I'm scrolling through on my social media, like that's what my subconscious is thinking. And so like even if it's not necessarily negative, like there are messages in it that I do not actually value. And I think it really helps me to just come back to what my values are. And that's something I have to practice like literally every second of the day because I value like my core values are really, I think, loving myself and loving the people around me wholeheartedly, unconditionally, and being a good friend to myself and to my friends and to the people I love. And I'm trying to use kinder and more intentional language when communicating with all beings. Um, and I have to remind myself that sometimes because sometimes I will act and think in ways that don't align with my values. And I think that comes into play when like I'm on Instagram and I'm looking at other people and I'm thinking like, "Oh, why am I not doing this?" Or they live such awesome lives, like I should do that too. Wow, like these people like they go to Pilates like 3 days a week. Like, why am I not going to Pilates 3 days a week? And it's like, girl, because you're fucking tired. Because you're fucking tired. And because your body actually needs copious amounts of rest right now. And it's just like comparing yourself to other people. It's like like you had said before, like we need such a personalized lifestyle. Like this is your life. Like you need to be living it for you and your body is your best friend. Like your body should be your secondhand man, you know? Because at the end of the day, I feel like my mind sometimes need like it can disconnect from my body. So I can do things that aren't actually listening to my body. Like for a while, I would like kind of push myself to like go on runs or like go to an exercise class because it felt like it was what was good for me, even if I was tired and my body was kind of like, no, you shouldn't do that. But I was like, oh no, but like I usually do this, so I should do this. And like, I like, it was so, I don't know, it was so easy to just go to the class that I didn't even realize I was pushing myself until afterwards. And I'd be like, oh fuck, like, I'm a little bit tired and that was a little bit too much. And I think it's so easy to do that when you're comparing yourself to other people or comparing yourself to the past version of yourself, which is another fucking person. That's not fucking
Yeah.
you anymore. And it's like, I think that what really helps me is listen to your body. Listen to your body, listen to your body, listen to your body. Because it's my fucking body and what my body needs is so different than what anyone else's body needs. Like right now, I had mold fucking toxic shit. So I had mold toxicity in my body. And so like I needed to like drink copious amounts of water. I needed to like eat certain like I had to like not eat certain foods that were like feeding harmful bacteria in my gut and whatnot. Um, and as a result, I also would go through phases of like chronic fatigue where like I couldn't even do like a simple yoga class. Like I really couldn't really exercise at all. Like I could do some walking, but like some walking. And
Yeah.
if I would go on Instagram sometimes and just look at people's life or even like hear about my friends and how some of my friends are trying to exercise more or trying to do start running again and things like that, I'd be like, damn, am I like a lazy fuck? And it's like, no, you're not fucking lazy, friend. Like your body just needs something different right now. And I
Yeah.
think I have to really like hone in on that to actually allow myself to unapologetically rest or unapologetically listen to my needs. And I think that's so hard to do when there's so much noise in this world
Yeah.
that we live in and where like the norm is compare yourself to other people. Measure your success based on how you look compared to other people. And we just want to look better than them. And like I think as much as we want to deny that, I think a lot of us want to look better or we want to look ideal. So what does ideal mean? Ideal in some way still insinuates being better than somebody else. And I think like I'm fucking done doing that shit. Like I think I would constantly look for this ideal version of Fran where it's like better than past versions of myself. But that's still comparing myself and still trying to like still neglecting the fact that I am enough as I am right now and that I just need to listen to my body as it's talking to me right now. And so I
Yeah.
think that really has been something I need to practice and need to remind myself daily so that I'm not comparing myself to other people because I'm not them. And my body is like right here, right now, talking to me, telling me what it needs. And all I need to do is listen, and I will be the happiest, best version of me right here, right now. Um, and I think that that means but for me, throwing my phone off a bridge and talking to the people I love, being around the people I love, but reminding myself that they're allowed to have different lifestyles and routines that work for them, and they're not applicable to me unless it resonates with what my body wants.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that is so true. I feel like our body and our emotions are truly always talking to us and are giving
Always.
us the literal, like, lit up path on where our best life is waiting.
Dude,
And so I feel like you know that, but then you have to be intentional with some of the things like being off of social media. Like it's probably different for everybody, but you have to ask yourself, okay, I want to listen to my body because that's where this quality life is laying. That's where I'm going to get those answers. But then where do I need to be a little bit deliberate with how I'm moving so that way I can hear my body, so I can actually like access those whispers of like where I should move, because that's where life feels like life, you know? I feel like I
yeah.
got so deep into this topic because I was getting so frustrated with myself being on social media and like just just always I was totally like looking for the next thing, like dopamine hits, like everything. I was like, oh, like this song isn't hitting, let me go to YouTube, let me go to, or like you just kind of switch around. And I was like, oh my God, like I don't want to live that type of life. Like I know that I've come a long way and I know that it doesn't have a crazy hold on me, but it does have a hold on me and I do have an addiction. And but social media just being an example here, but I just kind of realized that we are living in a world where these kinds of things are put in our face a lot, like easy consumer, you know, next thing, next thing, next thing. And you have to be the one to make the decision that like you're not going to live that type of life. Like you want to live a life where you are able to access the wisdom of your body and feel the joy that comes from that. But yeah, I almost got to a point where I was like annoyed like at myself. I was like, I'm so fucking done with this. Like I am deciding that I am a high quality person. Like I'm living a high quality life. I'm going to be high quality in my relationships, like romantic and my friendships. I want to be high quality in like just the way I move in the mornings or how I am on calls. Like I decided I'm like, I'm going to call my people more than I text them now or voice memos over that. Like there was just things that I'm like, these things matter. And like you said, deciding like what your, I think you said morals or like, you know, your values. Yeah. Like decide what your values are and then let that actually guide you too. I don't know. I got so frustrated and I feel like that's where I'm like, I'm a high quality person. And then when you have that identity too, that helps you start moving that way as well. You know, if you see yourself that way. So
yeah. No, I resonate so much with that. That's how I feel like I've been on fucking Facebook Marketplace lately. Like
being on there.
Refurnishing my room has been like such a stressor, and it's like I just want it to look nice, but I also like just want it to be done, and so I keep scavenging for like the best things to like hold the most clothes because I have so many fucking clothes. But and I'm just like scrolling on it for hours looking for the best deal, best everything, and I'm just like I'm done. Like I hate looking at my phone. I hate looking. I'm like, why am I spending so many hours looking at my phone, like killing my eyes for a $20 off deal on this fucking cubicle? You know, it's like, girl, just get whatever works and just shove it in your room, and you'll be happy with it in like a week.
Yeah, yeah, and I think like something about living this way is recognizing that in the beginning it does have like it's uncomfortable at first because you have to get through that point where you're literally feeling the withdrawal in your body for that dopamine because you're actually changing the structures in your hormones or your body. You know, you're actually breaking an addiction by doing this. So it's gonna have like uncomfortable responses in the beginning, but and you have to decide to be okay with that uncomfortable feeling. But once you get past that, that's where there's like a breakthrough moment. Like I'm sure when you lay down on that mat, the first like 6 minutes, you were probably like thinking and like all the things were going through your head and you're like, I can't actually relax, or like you weren't fully there. And then but you're in this class, so you're like, I have to be okay with this uncomfortable moment for a second because I'm not going to just get up and leave. And then all of a sudden there's this moment where everything switches and you're like, you just access a whole new world and joy and peace.
I love that you said that because that actually like is so true, and it's something that I've learned this year is I think how much like you have to embrace discomfort because it is in discomfort that you grow. And that's something I actually learned in yoga class because in yoga it's all about finding your edge but never pushing yourself past your edge. And so it's about recognizing how to distinguish between discomfort and pain. And like it is in discomfort, you have the choice to remove yourself from that situation because you're like, oh, this is uncomfortable. Like in that meditation class, there was a minute where I was like, okay, like this is actually really hard. Like I'm just laying down here. My arms are out here and like they started to like lose circulation. They went completely numb.
Oh, no.
And I was like, okay, like this is kind of hard. Like I was like, wow, I wonder how many more minutes there are of this. But I was like, it's okay. Like I remind myself whenever I'm in situations like that do feel uncomfortable, I remind myself like I can do hard things. I'm capable of doing hard things. And so I just sat there and I tried to like count my breath again and like try to let my thoughts go. And even though that class, there was moments where it was hard or I was uncomfortable, coming out of it, I felt amazing and incredible. Not only because I got that sense of peace that comes with an amazing meditation for me, but I also was like, I just did something that was hard and it felt, and I did it and it was really great. And I feel like that applies to so many challenges I faced this year where I was uncomfortable so many times, or I did things that were hard for me so many times. And afterwards, like the aftermath is always beautiful
Yeah.
because I came out the other side. And I feel like that's that's something that I think is such a great lesson to have and know that like you're going to be uncomfortable. Some parts of life are going to be hard, but that doesn't
Mhm.
mean that they are awful. It just means that it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think too, diving a little deeper in that, when we allow ourselves to be uncomfortable, because it's the thing that we struggle with the most is, or the actual problem within all of it is the resistance that we're feeling to it. So once you allow yourself to
Mhm.
let go of the resistance to the thing that's hard, it actually loses a lot of its grip on you.
Oh
It
my God.
actually like softens. So yeah, like it's such a mental thing. Like when you're laying there on that mat, it's like, yeah, it's a little uncomfortable, but it's also the mind game of like, this is uncomfortable. I need to move. I need to move. I need to move. But as soon as
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, I'm going to let myself be uncomfortable and I'm going to find somewhat of an acceptance within this, then it literally, I swear, almost sometimes 100%, like 100%, you're like, wait, I'm good. Like, you know,
No, like that's so
it's just a
true. That's how
sensation now rather than a problem. It's like, yeah, my arm feels this way, but I'm not giving it a meaning. Yeah.
I love that. I love that
Mm-hmm.
so much.
And when we allow ourselves to be uncomfortable and we find this acceptance, because when I think of what our role as a human is in relationship with our soul and our spirit, is to create an environment where our soul is able to do the big thing and bring that magic to us and express itself through us. So when you find acceptance in these uncomfortable moments, you're actually creating that environment for that, that soul part of you to actually come through again. And that leads you to the next thing, of course, you know?
I love that. That's so beautiful. Yeah, it's all about like minimizing resistance,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, and like taking like not resisting to the things that you know are good for you because even if it's uncomfortable or not necessarily a joyful experience going through it, like if you know it's what you need, it's going to be okay and you can breathe.
Yeah. So we kind of touched on this, but I think to be able to live life with quality, you have to have a redefining or redefinition of success. Like success
Mm,
can't mean quantity for you to be able to live this way,
yeah.
like a successful
Mhm.
day, or it can't be about productivity anymore. Or like you actually have to change that paradigm in your mind for you to have that be your guide for how you move in your day. So do you have a different definition of what it means to be like successful or like a successful life at the end of our lives?
Yeah, I think I definitely do. For me, I guess I don't even give a shit about success. I guess I really don't even I don't even think success is something I register like as having any value to me. I think in place of the word success, I am constantly seeking meaning and like a meaningful life. So I guess yeah, because I don't know. I guess I just don't love the word
You're
success because it
you're so
fails to.
far out from that. Yeah. No, I
I
love
just feel like
that.
we are a success. Like I feel like I don't
Mm,
know. I feel like we're good enough. Like you're good enough. Like I'm fucking good enough. And like if I were to die today, that would be okay because I'm good enough right now. And like I feel like thinking about like I feel like sometimes for me chasing a successful life leads me to forgetting that I'm good enough right now and that all that matters is that I do what I can to honor my value and honor my needs and the needs of our community right now. Um, so I think I'm just constantly seeking meaning. Like I think ultimately what I want in my life is a meaningful life. Like, I just really want to be so incredibly happy, surrounded by the people I love and loving myself so wholeheartedly. Like, that is what I feel like I'm striving for constantly. Um, and that's when I feel happiest. Like, when I really am practicing the act of loving myself and people around me, I'm just so fucking happy. Like, for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter like what happened to me that day, or if I had a like kind of weird day, or if I was really tired that day. Like, when I feel really good in my body and when I feel like I'm able to be good to the people around me, I feel the best. And that is the life I want to live, because I feel like it can manifest in so many different ways, you know? Like, I want to write a book one day. I'm starting a nonprofit organization. Like, I really want to do that. That sounds awesome. Like, I want to like collaborate with all these activists and like fucking be in the high schools fucking talking about sex and dating and shit.
Yeah.
And like, I want to do a million things with my life, and they're all going to be amazing because they all mean so much to me. I also want to just travel the world and like hang out with people and hang out with myself and learn more about me and people around me. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I guess for me, success doesn't work because I'm a perfectionist. And if I'm constantly striving a successful life, then I'm just gonna be like trying so hard to be the best me, to the point where I am forgetting that I'm enough right now, right here.
Yeah. 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 You're so present oriented, which is such a beautiful thing. And that's so true that like the word itself feels like that's kind of why I like the idea of like redefining it, because it is such a common word. But you're right.
Mhm.
Like if even the word itself is this idea that it's like a future thing, and that does take you out of the present moment. And like you're saying, being in the present moment with your friends and like really diving into all these projects and being in the creation of it, like that's when you're with your friends, you're creating that love in that moment. Or when you want to be an author, like you when you're writing that book, that's where you're creating, and that's what like really lights us up, in
Yeah.
that moment. So it's true. Like I think a beautiful, or something that could come out of this is like, yeah, drop the idea of success being even an important role, because I think that might be hard for people, because it's like, well, if I don't have, that as a goal, am I not going to move? Are things not going to happen? But what happens when you're in the present moment is things like flow easy anyways. Like the ideas are going to come to you from that space. Like the next move is going to come to you from that space. You don't have to have a goalpost for your dreams to happen, but you actually get to experience them from one moment to the next as well, with this new definition.
Yeah, I love that. And also like this idea that like you are allowed to have goals and have dreams even if you are not chasing success, because those goals should entail activities that you, or will likely entail activities that you love doing for the sake of doing them anyways. Um like, because I have so many goals. Are you kidding me? Like, I want to do a million things. And like, I guess if I were to have a definition of success, it would just be to have a meaningful life full of love. And to do that for me, like that would, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's hard. I guess it's hard because I do have goals and things I really want to do, but I think I'm just always open to the fact that it could all change in a minute, and that's okay.
Yeah,
And so I
you
really try
flow
to
with it.
focus more on like short-term goals that are like things I know I want to do this year. Like this year, I want to work on my sex ed program and get funding for our launch. So that is my goal for this year. And I think like that's for now. Like I just need a 1 year goal, because I get two
Yeah,
in my head and I'll be planning out the fucking next 5 years of my life, and it's like that's too much for me.
that helps you like come back into what's going on right now and create quality around the time you're in right now, and not always be worried about the next 5 years or how
Yeah.
everything's going to play out, because it'll just play out. Like, things just unfold. Like, it's just what happens. So we don't have to be in charge the whole time or know all the details either, you know?
Yeah, because you'll never know, bro. It was like, oh my God, like this past year, like I feel like right now I'm about to go into this next year kind of doing what I thought I was going to be doing last year. Because I feel like last year ended up just being completely not, I had no idea I was going to get sick and be like, be like on and off sick and chronically fatigued for like 6 months. Like I had no idea that was going to happen. And like, I feel like it led me to learn so many amazing things that I'm so grateful for. And like, I'm so glad that like I have the knowledge and resources and tools I have now. But I planned out a whole year for myself last year, and then it happened, and it was nothing at all like I thought, or like a lot of it was nothing like I thought. And so now I feel like I'm like kind of doing a do-over for last year right now, but not even a do-over. I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm now ready to do what I thought I was ready to do last year, but I clearly wasn't, because the universe had a couple of lessons I needed to learn first. And that's okay. It's like, cool. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. And I feel ready. Like, actually, let's do it now.
No, yeah, totally setting you up.
Dude, seriously.
Okay, I have a couple more questions, just little ones. For somebody who feels like they don't have a lot of quality in their corners of life, relationships, money, whatever.
Okay.
Starting wise, what would be like your little starter piece of advice, perhaps?
Would be
That was kind of vague, sorry, but
finding. That's a good one. I mean, I think the first thing that came to mind was finding 3 things. Like finding 3 things you really want to nourish. I think that we just live in constant excess. Like we're like, there's so many, like you can have so many priorities. Like I used to have so many priorities, and then trying to fucking tick off all those boxes was driving me bazonkers. And so I think like pick 3 things that you actually want to nourish, and like don't like yeah, just pick 3 things. And it's like you're not gonna be able to fit everything into that, and that's okay. But like if I were to pick 3 things I wanted to nourish to build quality with, it would be my relationships with my family, relationships with my friends, and quality. What was something else I would want to focus on my quality with? The I guess quality of words I use to communicate with myself. So those would be my 3 things. And so then like that gives me, I feel like, clear, like from those 3 things I could break down clear goals as to how to like build a quality life with both of those. Like with my family, I want to prioritize seeing them more so that we can actually have a good quality relationship, because sometimes I'm so fucking busy in my own damn world that like I go months without seeing like my mom or my aunts. And so I'm going to hang out with my mom this weekend, and I'm going to hang out with my aunts next weekend. So that was a very clear goal that I can do to build a good quality relationship with them. So yeah, I would say to like just try 3 things, or even if that's too much, like just focus on one thing that you want to actually hone in on and nourish. Because you can't do it all. You cannot do it all. You're not going to be able to like build a quality life in a day, and you're not going to be able to like like rewire your brain to not obsess over quantity in a day either. Like it's going to take time. And so I think starting very small, and then slowly like adding like goals and adding new things that you're looking to really focus on over time is really helpful. So I guess that's one thing I would focus on it. And I think just like understanding that our obsession with quantity is not our fault. We live in a capitalist, consumerist driven society where, like you said, like we are constantly being exposed to stimulators telling us to chase, 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 this, 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 this. And if you have all of these things, then you'll be happy. And so, like, we're wired to chase quantity. So, chasing quality is going to be a daily practice that will, like, take a while to really, like, set into your body. And so, like, that's okay. And it's not your fault and it's nothing to beat yourself up about. Like, I still so many times do things where I'm like, girl, that's crazy. Or like that doesn't align with my values. And after on myself, like, friend, it's okay. Like the world wants you to think this way. And so not thinking that way takes practice.
Yeah.
Um, and so
Yep.
yeah,
A lot of
remembering
grace.
yeah,
And
grace.
like, that
Grace.
was one of my things, I think, too, is like instant forgiveness too, because there's just like no point to stay beating yourself up, because we feel
Yeah.
like also that there's like a helpful part of beating yourself up, but there's not. Like instant forgiveness,
Dude,
start
no.
again. Instant forgiveness, start again. Like, we
Dude,
live
that
in an eternal universe anyway, so we're never gonna
that's
get it
something
done.
that you said in one of your podcasts. I remember I was listening to them and you were talking you mentioned like womp womp, try again. I think that's what
Womp
but
womp,
like,
try
dude,
again.
literally, I would say that to myself all the like after we said that, I was like, oh my god, I love that, and I was like, oh, that's such a good because I'm the queen of beating myself up for beating myself up for beating myself up. Like I do that. I used to. I mean, I still do, but like it was something I really struggled with for a while, and I was just like, okay, womp womp, try again. And like your phrase, I was like, I love that. Like this
Love
just
that.
it just makes it so unserious because it's not serious. It's like womp womp. That's literally not a big deal. It's fucking fine. You'll be fine. Like
Yeah.
please, like as long as like you didn't like kill someone, like hopefully like you you've been
Right.
like womp womp womp.
Womp womp.
But
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that one hit. I love that. uh,
wait.
okay. One last question. Who, well, do you have anybody that you listen to, or a book that you've read, or like who's kind of like an inspiration in this world of yours that you'd maybe
That is a
recommend
good
to
one.
somebody? And if not, then
Okay, I do.
I
but
mean, you're
like,
yeah.
it sounds kind of cringy, but okay. I was trying to think of a book or a person, and I couldn't. But somebody or okay, I'm just gonna answer your question with the first thought that came to mind. It was God. It was God.
Yeah.
It's just like I feel like I don't really believe. I don't have a really religion I follow, but
Mhm.
like I feel like I learned so much from so many different religions,
Yeah.
and I'm very spiritual, as well. And I feel like just knowing that like God loves every single human in this world, and like the way I see it is like God created us, and like the universe or God or whatever you want to call it, like has so much love for their creations no matter what. Like even in our ugliest moments, God is showering you with like rose petals. And I think that that is what like that's what I feel like keeps me going and inspires me is that like even when I feel like a fucking piece of shit, I'm like, wait, God loves me right now, which is like kind of crazy because I don't really love me right now. But I'm like, okay, if God can love me, I can love me. And I think that that really helps. Or like when there's like, I don't know, instances with people or situations where it's like, oh, that person did something really fucked up, or like I hear a lot of people saying things about this one person that like it's like everyone's bagging on this one person saying like they're really fucked up for what they did, blah blah blah. I'm always reminded like God loves them. Like I know God loves them. And even if it's like this person did something that was really not okay, for some reason God loves them, so like why can't I?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's I think my like role model, honestly. Because I just want to love every I mean, I don't even want to anymore. I actually don't have a choice. Like I just love every fucking form of life in this universe.
You're like a
And
modern day Ramda.
Ramda? What's a Ramda?
Oh, you don't know Ramdas? Okay, I'll send you some. He's
Yeah, I
like
don't know what a Ramda
old.
is.
No,
What?
Ram Dass. He's like a spiritual leader of like.
Oh, Ram
Yeah.
Dass. I thought you
Yeah.
said Ram Dog.
Do you
I
know
was
Ram
thinking
Dass?
Ram Doggy. I was like, what?
But like, it's just like this overwhelming love for everybody, and like, you're right. We aren't the ones that get to judge. Like, we all are human and are at our core, we are love. So
We are love,
we are
man, for
freaking
real.
love. I love that. I
Yeah.
love your brain. I love your
I love
mind.
your brain.
I love you.
You, man. I feel like we're talking of the best conversations in the world.
I know.
Like,
I know. I'm glad we actually got one recorded this time.
for real.
Okay, I could be jumping ahead, but
Yeah.
you have the desire for a podcast as well. And is that coming out? Can we share on here?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
okay, do you have like is it already like set up? Could they follow? Or
No, I
okay.
have
But
nothing.
to stay tuned
I
for.
have nothing. Stay tuned. One day it will happen.
Okay.
I got the fucking mic and everything. And then I have literally everything written down. And then I got as fuck, and I was like, yeah.
That's okay.
So now I'm better again, and I'm gonna start it.
Yeah.
One day though.
When it's meant to
Morgan,
be,
you're
for
gonna
sure.
be on me. I want us to do something together again.
Yes. Well, okay. Can people find your Instagram or anything?
Oh my God, yeah.
And then they can stay tuned for when that comes out.
Yes, my name is Francesca Namala, and I think that's my Instagram. I don't think it's
is it? Yeah, I thought it was like chicken on a stick.
It was chicken on a stick, bro. I think I need to change. I'm so sad because I changed it from it's been chicken on a stick forever. Like that's my name, bro. But then when I started working for this nonprofit, they like wanted to tag me and like credit me for like the posts that I was in. And so then I was like, fuck, like it's probably unprofessional to like have them tag me chicken on a stick. But honestly, I don't think they would have cared. So I really regret doing that. But I guess now that like people know me and with like events and stuff that I'm throwing, like I guess it helps that it's my name. Because I don't refer to myself as chicken on a stick, even though I could do that too.
I feel like that's how I knew you. I was like, yeah, chicken on a stick said.
So amazing. Like I'm trying to be like that again. I really want to be chicken on a stick.
Yeah. It's like an alter ego. It's like an embodiment. It's like a version of you to like pull in, like chicken on a stick, you know?
Honestly, you're right. I might have to go back. I think you have convinced me because it's true.
Okay, y'all look up chicken on a stick if you want to follow Fran.
No, but not yet. Still, it's Francesca. Still Francesca. But you can look up both. Maybe if it's not Francesca, it's chicken on a stick.
Yeah, one of those will pop up. I'll link it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much. This was such a beautiful conversation. I'm sure we'll have more thoughts later and want to do it again.
Oh my God, I would love to. And I'm sure, I mean, I love your podcast. I love this podcast so much. Like, and it just is like, oh, yeah, I forgot that, like, we're just humans and I can breathe again.
Oh, I love that. I love you.